It is bust the budget season, and the Cowboys have taken step one towards doing that. Plus, we preview free agency at cornerback, and we got some of the mock drafts from some of the biggest names in the game. The show starts. Meow. Welcome in, everybody, to Some Sort of Wednesday on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. It's Some Sort of Wednesday, and we're happy to have you here. As we've got, we're going to preview the free agency at the cornerback position. Free agency just a few days away in the NFL. We're getting ready to watch Jerry bust the budget, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Bust it wide open.
We actually just had a big trade, big old trade in the NFL as well, as the Chiefs are giving up and the Rams are trying their best. This is what's happening right now in the NFL. And the Cowboys have done their restructures, which means we have monies to spend now. We'll get this whole thing started. Hello, my name is Jeff.
White Boy Wednesday.
Oh, I am next to former Cowboy wide receiver Jesse Holley.
White Boy Wednesday.
He is next to the greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, Mr. Clarence Hill.
White Boy Wednesday.
Welcome into Wednesday.
John, you play too much.
It's white boy, white T-shirt Wednesday. White T-shirt Wednesday.
I
didn't get the memo.
White T-shirt Wednesday.
I think, in the interest of fairness and balance, since we only do February for the one thing, we can do 1 day a week for the Wednesday thing. Clarence, what are the Cowboys up to today?
A lot of things, man. A lot of things that we expected to happen, right?
Yes.
We expected things to happen. It's like pushing the button. Everybody's freaking out. The Cowboys over the cap. Cowboys over the cap, and they just push the lever, right? Push the lever, push a button, pull a lever. What do you want to call it?
Yeah.
Restructured Dak, CeeDee, and Tyler Smith, and voila, they're cap compliant. They're under the cap.
Look at that. We got $10 million to spend now.
A funky 10 million. Funky 10 million.
He said funky. I think he got
Why
it
you
right.
do that?
I do.
You got it off.
A funky 10 million.
The buzzer was about to sound, but you got it off.
What that funky 10 million gonna get you in free agency? That funky 10 million.
$10 million in free agency will get you a $40 million player.
If you do it right.
One multi-year deal.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You need more than that funky. We're trying to
we
bust the budget,
listen,
okay? We're trying to add numbers of guys.
But just so people know, like the thing that I complain about sometimes about the Cowboys front office is what they tend to do most years is they spend very little in free agency. They sign 1 year deals, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you trade for, let's say, Kenneth Murray and he comes in on his last year of his contract, it counts like $7-8 million, whatever, for that 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
When the Eagles signed Saquon Barkley, his first year counted $4 million, and he was a $13 million player. When you sign long-term contracts, you get to play games with money.
Yes, and
so you're spending more, your cap hit is less, and you're trying harder to win.
I agree with you, but as the Cowboy, it rings in my head. You know, we got to have money for the rookie draft class. You got 2 first-round picks, gonna cost you more money.
Yes, you need $9 million.
You got
the draft class is covered.
So now that the $10 million going to the draft, as it is now, obviously gonna get more money. But right now, that little funky $10 million, $9 million going to the draft class.
And see, you say that, and that's what worries me when Jerry Jones talks about, oh yeah, we're going to spend more in free agency than we did a year ago. Well, he counts draft picks in that. He counts the 2 first-round picks in that because he mentioned it in his conversation.
Yes, he did.
I got 2 first-round picks. You see, I'm willing to spend. I'm willing to pay 2 of them.
So it's one of those things where you're like, well, that doesn't really count towards free agency, Jerry. That's draft. That's an entirely different season that you're talking about. But he's looking at that and saying, well, I got to have money for that. Yeah. And so that's what's moving different.
And that's where I'm at. Like, yes, they got $10 million, but to really be players, and again, you have to consider that they have to have room for the draft class. And it's going to be more expensive because you have 2 first-round picks. They need more room. They got to do more. Yes, this was a good start. Yes. And it's an expected start.
You got 30 more coming.
Yeah.
You got 30 more.
You got to get more, especially when you still have Pickens on the franchise tag.
Yep.
Now, if you really want to get some cap compliant, you really want to get some cap room,
sign him.
Sign Pickens.
Because in his first year, he'll count like 9 or 10. If you're really busting the budget,
trying to
and moving different,
that would be extending George Pickens and getting to spending. But they're going to do things with their defensive tackles, and it sounds like, Clarence, correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds like you'll probably be restructuring Quinnen Williams. Mm-hmm. That's that's $14.5 million, give or take. Or what's this thing saying? Yeah, just crank that thing up to 100%. If they convert everything that they can, that's over $10 million. You're going to do the same thing with Oso Digizua, probably. We're not cut him. We're not cutting the player, John.
Damn, John.
What's your narrative?
Pull 100% over.
Messy.
You got $10 million more. And then what they're going to do with Kenny Clark, it sounds like, is they're going to work on an extension with Kenny Clark, which will have the same effect, where you can start playing games with your salary cap. His base salary will be tiny. He'll just get the prorated version of his signing bonus in there. And so you're going to have plenty of money to spend. Whoever your favorite free agent is, the Cowboys can sign him. There was never a reason to think the Cowboys were in a bad spot with the cap. They were always fine. And to be clear, this is not yet moving any differently. Every year, every big money player gets restructured on the Cowboys.
Correct.
Every year. This is not new. This is not different. Don't let them tell you it's different yet.
This is a conversation that's going to be had, if not now, next year. May we be talking about an extension for Quinnen Williams. Quinnen Williams is severely underpaid.
A year from now, you absolutely will.
Absolutely will.
Absolutely.
Can we get ahead of that this year? I mean, I brought, they wouldn't talk about it, but, severely underpaid. The top defensive tackle is making $31 million a year annually. Quinnen Williams is making $20 million. And the way we're positioning Quinnen to be the linchpin of this defense and be the dude. Yeah. Because I don't know if we're going to get some dudes on the outside. You're not going to pay, top dollar defensive end money unless you make the trade. But if you don't make the trade, Max Crosby, there's money there to pay Quinnen at the top of the market. And he's not close to being at the top of the market. And he came here last year, few games, Pro Bowler, All-Pro. That's the type of dude he is.
So let me ask you this question, both of you.
He said duty.
Dude. When he said no duty.
Because you're talking about extending Quinnen, and I don't think that's a bad thought process. But will the Cowboys look at this thing under Christian Parker now and say to themselves and to Christian Parker, we're going to bring some guys in this year that you're looking to have, but the guys that we have here that you don't quite know about just yet, are we going to let this thing play out for maybe another year to see guys like Osa and Quinnen? Are those the guys that you really want in this defense going forward, or will you make some changes next year? So could they be holding off on extension? I'm just having a conversation about thought processes, the thought process of who to extend, who to give more money to, and how that plays a part into Christian Parker and what he wants as defensive players and as a whole, how that thing fits.
I don't think Quinnen Williams is a no-brainer. We could talk about Osa all day and how he fits and what he's doing and what you paid him to do and then what he's going to be asked to do. Quinnen Williams is that dude, okay? And I think we're going to get into conversations of, in the past, did they wait too long to get Micah done? Did they wait too long to get Dak done? Is waiting another year going to – the money's only going to go up for Quinnen, okay?
Right.
If he is who we think he is, who they think, and who more importantly, who they think he is, and the way he played, your boy Jones in Kansas City making $31 million annually at defensive tackle. That's the market for Quinnen Williams.
Okay.
To your point though, because I think it's an important point and I think it's a good point. Now I'm going to take your point
and crush it.
And I'm going to take it a step further. I'm not going to go down like this. I'm going to go like this and then go
take a step. Okay.
There is a reason for an order of operations, right? When you look at the guys that they've already done it, they've already done the restructures, they've already moved money around where we're going to have to deal with all this later, no problem. They were the three no-doubters. They were the guys who make a ton that they know are going to be here for 3 years. You save the most, and it doesn't matter because they're going to be here. The 3 D tackles, we've already heard scuttlebutt that those numbers will change too. And so it goes that order, And then they come down to those next 3 and they go, well, we don't want those numbers that way. But in which route are we going to take to get it to where we want it to go? Because like Kenny Clark, if you wanted to, they won't because they want him to play nose tackle, and he's probably the best fit for it. You could cut him. You could trade him. You could extend him. Yeah. You could restructure him. You have all the different options. So like, all right, put those options out there and let's talk about it. And they're not going to cut him. But let's put those down there and let's see, do we want to extend him? Maybe we can. We'll come back to that. Quinnen. Do we want to just straight up restructure him and deal with this next year? Do we want to extend him? What do we want to do there? Osa. How good does he fit here? We can't really move him, but do we need to restructure him, or can we just wait a year where we have more flexibility with him later? And then the next step forward of that is I want to draw your attention to the 2 next guys who could save you the most money with the restructure, and that's Jake Ferguson and Deron Bland. We haven't heard their names at all.
Not yet.
Why?
Yeah.
Because they're doing this in an order of operations of how much they know people are going to be here and how much do I need to do this, or can I get all the things I need and keep myself flexible that a year from now I can make a decision on these players. Deron Bland and Jake Ferguson could save you money too. Not a peep.
Right.
And it's probably because you're worried about the health of one of them.
Correct.
And the performance and maybe health of the other one.
Yeah.
So the no doubters are done. The 3, they're going to figure out exactly what route they're going to take, or they're going to figure out what route they're going to take. And the 2 it's quiet on, unless they really need some money against the cap this year, they're going to keep their ability to get rid of them a year from now. And so that's where I think we're at with all the restructures.
And that's where we should be at. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, and that's the thing about it is that when you don't get paid, we love you. When you do get paid, then you don't live up to expectations. Targets on your back. That's the yin and yang. That's how this stuff
It's what
works.
I hate about the NFL.
Yeah, that's
because if you are just a Cowboy fan and all you want is a Super Bowl, you're not wrong to say, why doesn't Dak take less?
Right.
Quinnen makes 20. That's plenty.
Right.
Like, you're not wrong because the owners are smart enough and pulled it off and got a real hard cap in their league, and it's better for your team. If your players make less, right. It's better to get more players. And so it's a built-in way to turn the fans against the players. And I hate that.
Right.
And so I get it when you're like, hey, so-and-so makes too much. He doesn't deserve to make that much. Like, I think that sucks because it's built in by the billionaires to get you to cheer against the millionaires while we're the thousandaires.
Right.
And it's like, you're not going to convince me to pull against people who make more than me in favor of the people who own the whole country and the world.
Right.
Like, you're just not going to do it. But I get it because they've built it in a way that your team has the best chance to be competitive if you can convince people to make less money.
Yeah, and it's also why the NFL is such a hard game, and it's why we don't have guaranteed contracts, unlike baseball and basketball, because of the injuries, okay? And Bland, you know, if he don't get hurt or if he has a guaranteed contract, it wouldn't matter. But because of his injury history,
yeah,
you know, just like CeeDee, just like Diggs, you know, the injury history, you know, makes you a salary cap casualty if when it comes time to save money or look at your future.
And it's his feet.
And it's feet.
It's his feet, and he had to go refix a fixed
and
feet.
so we got to put that little cap. Just like, listen, we love Overshown. But when his contract's up after this year, when it comes down time to talk contract in the future, the Cowboys going to bring in his injury history. And they're going to put some clause in there.
Maybe
what?
Do you not think Recky Specky, putting the warning out, do you not think that Overshown fits very much in the mold of the Cowboy guys who, when they're struggling to sign one of their biggest players, they find somebody else that's likable, marketable, people like him, and they sign him to a pretty good deal that he's thrilled to sign, though he's a hurt guy?
Yeah, Jake
Ferguson
was the last guy.
Yeah, but those contracts, as we are pointing out,
like, you don't think
they got what do you call it? Dropout buttons, or they got parachutes when they get out of jail free cards.
Yeah,
there's get out of jail free cards in these contracts. That's why when we talk about Bland and Ferguson, they're really maybe 2-year deals.
Yeah.
You
for
know,
sure.
because they got to get out of jail free card.
Yeah, they announce them as 3 years. The first 2 are guaranteed, or a year and a half's guaranteed, and on the 3rd year they can say peace.
Yeah. So they got to get out of jail free cards.
Honestly, I wouldn't be stunned at all if you heard Overshown got a 3-year, $30 million extension. And they're like, for the player he can be, what a great deal we got.
Right.
And you're like, but does he have legs?
Right.
Like,
But then
he's that sort of guy.
Right. And then what's the guarantees? And when, how soon can they get out from under that contract?
Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, we are making our way into free agency beginning next week. We do have big NFL news too. And what are the Cowboys going to do at corner? We're talking about Bland. Let's keep doing it next. Let's talk for a moment about our guys at Wild Fork Foods, the meat and seafood market of your dreams. It's the greatest store in DFW by about a mile, if I had to measure it out. If you are looking for any sort of meats, maybe you're a grill master, maybe you're a smoke master, whatever it is, our friends at Wild Fork Foods, they have you covered with so many different items, whether you're looking for some sort of steak situation, whether you're looking for a chicken situation, or if you're a crazy person and you want some ostrich or some rabbit or some gator, some seafood. Whatever it is, our friends at Wild Fork Foods have you covered with wonderful prices, fantastic selection, and the greatest crew around. They can help you with tips on how to prepare whatever it is that you get from them. They blast freeze everything, which maintains freshness. Hit them up. These are our friends at Wild Fork. Frozen's fresher at Wild Fork Foods, meat and seafood market, organic grass-fed ground beef, 85% lean, $6 a pound. That's about the best I've seen out there. You got to try them out at one of their 9 area DFW locations. Learn more at wildforkfoods.com. Also, hello to our friends at Surfshark. What they do is they develop humanized privacy and security solutions to safeguard your data and your privacy online. That's important these days. Lets you virtually travel the world, browse privately by encrypting your internet activity, blocking ads and malware. They get in your way and more. Using a VPN, that's like wearing pants. It keeps all the important stuff private and secure while you step your foot outside. A VPN covers your whole online activity. Once you connect to the internet, all the information's encrypted. That way, your online activity's hidden from all the snoopers and all the trackers, the whole household. Connected and secure, no need to count the devices. With Surfshark, you can set up one account used on unlimited devices. Plus, check out their Surfshark antivirus, search alert, and alternative ID products to help you even more online. Go to surfshark.com/DLLS. Use the code DLLS at checkout. You'll get 4 extra months and a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee of Surfshark VPN. All right, it's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Go ahead and give us a like if it's not too much trouble. We appreciate you guys interacting in the chat. See, we got people in here saying that Dak needs to take a pay cut.
Greedy Dak.
Yeah, you got the greedy Dak stuff. And the league is built for fans to do that, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm going to always cheer for the labor over the ownership, and I apologize to anybody who owns a company in that regard, especially ALLCITY Network. I cheer for you guys too, but I cheer for us 4 first. And then you. So, Jerry, I cheer for you right after I finish cheering for all of the people that work for you, okay? And I cheer for us before I cheer for them because we make less than them. And if you make less than us, I cheer for you right before I cheer for me. I just need you to know. Free agency. We're getting ready. It's coming up.
Jeff, you need to take a pay cut.
I don't want to. And to that point, well, it's a bad example, actually. Because for the right purpose for our show, I might. but I'm not putting that responsibility on anyone else. That's my decision to make. And in my case, I'm not affecting a market of my peers.
You got to get us under the salary cap, man. You got to take more, so you take less, so we get more.
Look, it depends.
Take the salary cap.
It depends who my money's going to.
You see what I'm saying?
I need to talk to management and be involved in the discussions about free agency. If it's going to my offensive line, no problem. If it's going to my diva wide receiver,
wow.
I don't know about all that.
Get some touchdowns, man.
I don't know about all that. Wow. Now, I know John has a list that he's been putting together where it's cornerbacks that have connections to Christian Parker with the Cowboys.
Ignore a few names.
Why do you
or
have,
to the Cowboys.
Why do you have LOL and LOL2?
Those are their teams.
Jesse, you want Diggs and Elam back?
Yeah, Diggs and Elam do have ties to the Cowboys. I think we can skip those.
What about Noah Igbenogany? Come on, man.
Nashawn Wright, I think congratulations on the success he had in Chicago. Jesse, you're very familiar with my stance on corners.
Nope.
I got a cutoff.
Yep.
About 6'2.5".
Can't have tall, linky
That's
corners.
as tall as I'm getting. And I know he had some success in Chicago. You might want to find a way to stay in Chicago. That might be good for him. I look for corners who are between 5'11" and 6'1", because receivers come in all shapes and sizes. If they got shorter legs, we got to be able to keep up. If they got longer legs, we got to be big enough to deal with it. I like them between 5'11" and 6'1". That's my corners. If you're 6'2" and you move great, that'll work. You're 6'3", I'm looking at your wonk eye. You're 6'4", I am out of here.
Out.
Because what you gonna do with this 5'9" dude?
You cooked.
You're gonna have trouble. But that's a list of the guys that are available.
Do any of those guys get you excited? Like, none of those guys, like, that's the guy I want.
I think NFL free agency this year is kind of like the draft this year, where if you need a starter, I can get you a starter, and I can feel just fine about it.
You need a difference maker.
But if you need a stud, if you need a star, I don't know that I got that for you. So that's the top 5 free agents in this year's class, according to Greg Rosenthal. And, I mean, Nashawn Wright at number 5. And if his market value is really that much, my God, how did you get nothing out of him in Dallas? Tariq Woolen is very interesting to me.
Yeah. Local kid, too. Local kid.
Because everybody still loves him. He was benched twice last year.
What's going on in Seattle?
They run the 4-3.
I don't
got a
know.
lot of corners.
I don't know. And, like, he played well for the most part, maybe a little up and down. But he was benched multiple times and then put back in. And, like, so that's wonky. That's a wonk eye. Alontae Taylor, I think, makes a lot of sense with the way they're talking about putting an emphasis on the guy that plays the slot. You want him to have a certain level of physicality and coverage. Mm-hmm. I do think that one is a fit. And then Jamel Dean and Jalen Watson are full-size outside guys. And so there's a bunch of guys to choose from if you're ready to commit $15 million a year to a cornerback where you'll just go, yeah, he's solid. He's all right. So to me, that's one of the GM Ben with a super chat. He said, "Funky 10 million is now a banned show term." We do have to be careful because this show goes on TV in some places.
Funky.
He said funky.
Funky.
You did.
Nah, as I said, you got to shut up before the horn.
So it's a cultural thing. You owe somebody, you little funky $20. But you gotta make
but sometimes
a little funky 20.
But sometimes your words, they don't quite.
Man,
the enunciation.
I said funky.
And I think we just have to be clear here. I'm not banned because I will be careful with it, and it'll be funky. I'm also allowed to say nickel corner.
I know.
Well, I think you can too, no matter how it comes out. I think you're all right. Maybe I can't say nickel, but we'll be fine.
I don't want you to have in your mind.
Don't say this.
Don't say this.
Have a Tourette's moment.
And you have a Tourette's
moment. Don't say
moment.
Jackson Smith and Jigba like my boy did.
I can comfortably say his name. I'll be just fine. And so here's what I wonder about Cowboys free agency at corner. They're going to view Bland as a no-doubt starter, right? Should be healthy, ready to rock. They're going to view Savone Revel, I think, as a no-doubt starter. Like, we got our guy there.
Right.
They've tendered Reddy Stewart, if you guys haven't seen that today, and I'm just going to let you know exactly how that one looks, because depending on who you are in the NFL, where you were drafted, all these things, the different tenders mean different things. Reddy Stewart's doesn't mean he's going to be here. If he has a market, whoever offers him a contract, if you say we want to match it, you can. If you say we don't want to match it, he's gone. And it's not a draft pick.
And you get nothing.
It's nothing. That's what his is, just right of first refusal. So, like, he could be here, he could not be here. So, in theory, you could go out there with those 3. And my question is, how high do you think corner is on the priority list if you're going to, quote, break the bank? Because I don't think it's the top one. I think that's a spot where you're likely to sign a guy and not a dude.
Well, I think that where does slot corner, nickel corner,
sir,
fit into this corner conversation? Because
it can get funky.
Evolved. It can get funky. Funky. Let me say funky.
I like that, funky.
Because it is evolved because now we're calling safeties the slot nickel guy. Traditionally, the nickel corner, the slot corner has been a guy like
Jordan Lewis. Undersized,
but he's a corner to the core.
Right.
He's a corner. That's his position. And that's his primary position because Jordan also played outside when it was necessary.
Yeah.
So I think that their primary focus is finding a nickel. Because they do have guys they like around. Certainly you need depth.
Well, if they really wanted to bust the budget, you know what you could have done? Could have traded for Trent McDuffie. That's about the best in the business. He just went to the Rams this morning.
For a first-round pick.
First-round pick.
And some more.
Yeah.
First-round pick and some more picks.
Yes.
And he's going to get a big old deal.
You know, it's interesting that we did somebody did a mock draft. Who did the mock draft a couple of weeks ago that they had the Cowboys trading that 20th pick?
Jeremiah.
Huh?
It was Daniel Jeremiah.
Yeah, the Cowboys trading that 20th pick for Trent McDuffie.
Well, it looks like he had the market about figured out then, because it was a pick that is, what pick did they get?
29th.
Okay, 29 and then some.
Right.
So 20 might have got him for you.
Well,
20
and I would have done
29, huh?
And 20 might have got you just 20.
I would. That's what I mean. Yeah, you might have got it straight up.
5, a 6, and a third next year.
5, a 6, and a 3. So you probably would have had to do a little bit more. That's a big ask to then turn around and give him a bunch of money.
But that solves your slot problem.
Ben, can I say big ask?
Ask.
That's a tough one too.
That's a tough one.
But yeah, that solves your slot for the next half decade.
Right.
No problem.
And then you got these two corners, and you can still draft another corner.
And that's what, and I don't know if this is based on anything. That's my gut. My gut is at corner in free agency, they'll sign someone, but it won't be one of the top of the market guys. It'll be a guy.
Right.
Where you're like, we can live with this. But I think one of those first round picks, if I had to pick a position that I'm most confident one of those picks will be, I think it's corner. Because I think that lines up in this draft. I think there's probably at least 4 guys, maybe 5 or 6, that are worthy of that 20th pick.
If you're planning on signing a guy in free agency, is it necessary?
You know you got to have 4 corner. You might need 5.
Yeah, I do believe that we're going to see a little bit more of Bland in the slot.
You could. I don't know if he's
They
necessarily
talked about
built for.
Talking to the coaches, they want him to be outside.
Okay.
I think
that's their focus.
And I would imagine that comes from Christian Parker, because when he talks about what he wants in the slot,
it's not.
I'm not saying it's Diggs, but Bland is not the most physical, attacking, tackling sort of corner. Like, he's a covering corner.
Obviously, they're going to do what's necessary. And if that's necessary, that's fine. But when just talking to them, their ideal slot corner is
a dog.
It's the dude at Ohio State.
Right.
He fits the bill of what they want and what they were talking about.
And you remember watching Miami's defense? Their slot guy, Keontae Scott. That's what they want.
Yeah. I like him.
They want a missile.
I like him.
They want a missile in the slot is what I think they're looking for. And so I think Alontae Taylor fits that. But, yeah, I think the odds are that they're going to draft a corner. They'll sign a guy, or they'll say, Reddy's here. He played it. He was out there. I saw Nick Harris tweet out today that Reddy was probably the most consistent corner on the team last year. And I made a joke response. I was like, how good would you say the secondary was? Congrats on your consistency.
That's probably, I mean, we're going to be called haters, but I mean, it's like the tallest short guy.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. The corners weren't good.
There wasn't a good corner on this team last year.
That's the tallest short guy. So I'm not trying to give him flowers for being the best of a bad bunch.
No, but I think the way they're treating it is the way they should treat it. You've earned the right for us to invite you back. Right. And we'll pay you what this tag says we pay you. And you'll be on this roster. And if we run out of bodies, or if we don't end up with the bodies that we thought we could acquire, we'll let you play. We'll give you another shot at this thing. But they're focused on your starting group next year needs to be better than Bland, Revel, Reddy. It needs to be better than that.
And it will be. I think it will be.
It will be. Whether that's a major free agency ad or whether that's a first-round pick, it will be better.
Because every major free agency signee that you get, it clears the runway for you to do other things in the draft.
Right.
And so if there's someone – because there is a name that I haven't seen on the list that, talked about with being released for cap casualty was a Ward out of Cleveland.
Oh, Denzel Ward?
Denzel Ward.
Marshawn Lattimore's available.
I don't know that.
I think he's pretty washed. He's pretty washed.
But Denzel Ward would be a name that I would like to have here.
Oh, that's top of the market money.
Like he's a guy who talking about fitting the Christian Parker mold. Right? He can press at the line of scrimmage. He can run with you. He's gonna be physical. Like that's a name that if he got released and you went out there and got him, I think that also cures a lot of your ailments at the cornerback position.
It does. And the thing I fear about, we're talking about top of the market corners. It reminds me of the Brandon Carr free agency. The Cowboys were desperate for a corner. And they overpaid Brandon Carr.
That's what you do.
And they hung around his neck.
Well, they went and got a guy who played one style and brought him here to play a completely different style.
Whatever the reason, I'm saying is they got the top of the market corner,
right?
And they paid him top of the market money, and then he never.
And they've been shook. They've been shook ever since.
And they've been shook ever since. So,
and he wasn't bad. Everybody remembers the Megatron game where it's like, hey, what about a safety?
He wasn't highest paid corner in the league.
Right,
good,
right.
It wasn't that he wasn't bad.
He was a solid starting corner.
He was solid.
As you always say, that's what the market said.
Right.
The market,
no doubt.
the numbers said that he was supposed to get paid that.
You get held to that standard.
Yeah.
And so that was around his neck. Albatross, whatever you want, dark. Everybody pointed out, we paid him all that money, that's what we're getting. No interceptions, no difference making plays, solid guy. And so when we talk about this cornerback group, and they need cornerback in the top of the market guys, they ain't nobody special. Yeah. Now, there's a World Cup that's different. But the guys that we're looking at, ain't nobody special to pay busted budget money.
All right, coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, it's a whiteboard. It's a whiteboard Wednesday.
Wednesday, yes.
And we wish a happy birthday to George Pickens.
Yeah.
What would you like to get, George, for that birthday? That's going to be next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
White Boy Wednesday.
The draft guide has been updated. Fran Duffy is our All-City Network draft expert. We have him on every week leading up to the NFL draft. He's the best in the business. And after the combine, we have updates to the Die Hard draft guide. So it's a great time for you to be a Die Hard. Now we've got 300 players in there. You'll have the updated measurables from the combine, comps, things of that nature. So if you're a big old NFL draft nerd, well, you need to be signed up to be a diehard at alldlls.com, because then you do get access, in addition to everything else you get for being a diehard, you get access to the draft guide, which I think is a fun thing to have handy as you're going through watching the NFL draft, and you can just see how he's got them ranked. You can start crossing people off as they get picked. You got the guys that you're cheering for, the guys you can sort it by different positions and see who are the best players available for my team, and Fran's the best. So make sure that you have access to the Die Hard draft guide. And on top of that, you get everything else that comes with being a diehard when you get signed up. And that includes a free T-shirt when you sign up. I brought my Stay Shiesty one into work today, and I just forgot to put it on. But, yeah, I got that one just sitting out there on the table. Whoops, forgot. I recorded the ads in this T-shirt, and then I was like, well, I can't change shirts now. That would look weird. I can't put on the Stay Shiesty. But you get that one. We got an 88 Club one. We got all sorts of stuff that you can choose from. If you get signed up to be a diehard, you'll also get an ad-free experience on the website. You get access to all of our premium content for all of your favorite DFW sports teams. That's nice. It's nice. You get all that. You get into our Discord, where since I sent in the picture of my 101 fever the other day that had my foot in it, we're thinking about starting a feet channel.
Let's go.
In the Discord. And we're going to start it with my foot is what we're thinking about doing there. So get yourself signed up to be a diehard. Do that today, and if you don't, I will hunt you down. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. We got a couple of mock drafts, including from the great Dane Brugler, coming up in the final segment. Dane, Lance Zierlein. We'll kick around some draft stuff. We'll dong around with the NFL draft in the final segment of the broadcast day. I am a little bit worried.
White boy.
I am a little bit worried. White boy what?
White boy Wednesday. Happy birthday, GP3. John is diabolical.
That doesn't fit.
John is diabolical.
This is going to be a weird drop to hold for later. He's a black man.
That's definitely coming back. White Boy Wednesday.
He's not a white man. So yes, it is George Pickens' birthday. Happy birthday. I think he's turning like 19. He's young in this league. What's he turning, 25, 24?
He's younger than Messador.
Yeah, George Pickens is younger than some of these guys that are about to get drafted for sure. And the question is, what would you like to get George Pickens for his birthday? That's the question on Whiteboard Wednesday. The boards that we have are white. Clarence, looks like yours is written down, so why don't you go ahead and rip it?
Shoot, let's do what he said he was going to do. Do what you told me you're going to do. Give it that Micah money. Micah money, and I'm not going overboard. It's only a funky $33 million annually. 3 years, $99 million. Let's get it done. 3 years, $99.
That'll get it done, you think?
3 years, $99.
Or you think
it's not more than CeeDee. It's more than that That funky franchise tag with 27.3. We got to do something. The franchise tag does not fit. If the top of the market is $40 million and the franchise tag, the average of the top 5 receivers is 27 wrong, that's outdated. Something's wrong.
Yeah, the tag lags by, is it 5 years?
Yeah, it's stupid. It should be what the tag is this year.
It should be.
It should be the top 5 this year, not 5 years ago when the market has jumped 3 times since then.
Rich people are good at doing things the way they want to do them. They get them set up real nice. I don't think there should be a franchise tag.
But if
when your guy's a free agent, he's a free agent. Do you want to sign him or not?
What's the average of the year that I'm franchised? Not 5 years ago before the tag for it jumped. Okay?
I agree with you.
But anyway,
I agree with you.
3 years, $99 million. Just a funky 33, not more than CeeDee.
Yeah.
Not at the top of the market. But something to make you feel good, and you get a chance to get back out there 3 years from now and get that real money if you know.
Is all that guaranteed?
Yeah, you'd have 66 guaranteed.
Okay,
probably,
first
right?
2 years?
Probably about that way. Yeah.
You can put,
you guys ever stop and think about those amounts? Because we just talk about them because they're just numbers in the sport. I never think about them.
Oh, because it's
franchise tag me one time.
Exactly.
Franchise tag me one time.
That league minimum me one time. Give me the league. I mean, I'm just.
Let me get that 1.1 or whatever.
It is
900 is. I don't know what it is.
Do you know how much 100,000 would change my life and my kids' life?
I get that for you.
That's practice squad money.
I get that.
Dude,
practice squad get you 200.
You know how much that would change the average person's life? Just 100,000 in one lump sum.
You need 100?
Yeah, I need 100,000.
I got you.
50 will do.
Okay.
He's got a text that he needs some money today.
Man, my daughter just texted me she need to get her hair done. Can you send me money to get my hair done?
So you need 50 grand on that?
Man, I'm just saying it's always.
I'm down to I need 22.6.
Okay. You know.
I opened it last night. I opened the mail. The pool fund is down to 22.6. Get that sucker paid off. We're in good shape.
I need about 10.5 to get this master bathroom done.
See what I'm saying?
10.5.
I mean, but that would change. That would do a lot for your credit, everything. Just give me a lump sum. Maybe clear up some things, you know. But we're talking about players and teams sneering at $5 million. That's too. You know, I'm just saying like $6 million.
Who said they couldn't feed their kids on the
trail spree?
I can't feed my kids on this
50 million?
50 million.
Whatever it was.
See, now we sound like fans against the players.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing. And that's how they get you.
I know.
That's how they get you because it's easy for us to relate to this kind of stuff.
It is a lot of money. It is a lot of money.
That's trade money for Jerry Jones.
Come on, David Mulligeti. George can't live on $28 a year. You know he wants to be here. Stop doing your job so good. Let that man be happy.
We both can't live on that.
Let that man be happy. You can't get on 3% of 28.
Yeah, David said my 3% on 28 and my 3% on 100 is a lot different. It's a lot different.
All right, Jesse, what you got for George Pickens for his birthday?
Right.
Happy birthday, George.
Jesse was drawing.
Hit the like button because 73 is a very low number. If we don't go over 100, we all get fired.
Yeah, we gonna really need that money then.
Yeah, then we gonna need 50.
All right, so here's what I got for old GP3. I think
drawing.
I think this is something that he can use, and it will be useful, and it might help him get to that number that Clarence had.
33, funky
Did you
33.
erase yours?
No, I want to see what you did.
Oh, wow! Man, y'all are dirty, messy. George, David, that's them. Do not. I'm distancing myself. Man, y'all dirty. Man, y'all dirty. Move it up. I'm distancing that ain't me. That is not me. Do not associate me with them and their messy mobile.
Hey.
Come on, Jerry said I'm late sometime. We all get late sometime. Long as I ball out.
Listen,
man, y'all dirty, man.
Get there on time, okay? Being there on time matters. No more late to meetings, no more late to planes and buses, no more missing meetings, no more late to curfew.
I got you back, George.
I think getting him a clock would definitely be something. I mean, because I'm a practical gift giver. I like to give gifts that people will actually use. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't give me a sweater. Cool, thanks for the sweater. You know what I mean?
So
but
you want some draws.
That's not practical for Jesse
That is
Holland.
practical. It's a practical gift.
No, he don't.
I don't wear draws.
You want Jay Ratliff draws.
No, I don't wear draws. So I don't need for me and Rito draws. That's not practical for me.
Yeah.
Practical for me is, you know what I'm saying?
These athletic ones are good though. I got 2 of them.
Are they?
Yeah, they push the butt up
Did you
real
get,
nice.
Did you get XL?
We're off subject.
Maybe.
All right, if that's good, I'll give you mine. Because they sent me some too.
Oh yeah, I take those.
Yeah, but yeah,
wrong.
man. Go ahead, get you a good alarm clock, man. Being on
He
time
got
is
one
important.
right here. He got
Nah,
an Apple Watch.
Nah,
They all work.
it don't work. Get him a good old fashioned one.
You had to get one, and here's the thing: Not only does he have to have an alarm clock, it's got to be the old school one, and it's got to be far enough away that you got to get out of bed to turn it off.
First of all,
because the phone, you just reach over and go, nope.
As we learned yesterday when coaches said, make sure Dez get to practice when you get to practice. Yeah. You don't come to practice, okay?
Right.
That's one of the rookie receivers. That's Jalen Turbo's job. That's somebody else's job. Don't come to practice if CeeDee. Don't come to the meeting if George ain't with you.
They might need one.
And then you get cut when neither one is there because you go to get him and he's like, no.
Maybe I should have wrote you ain't a do boy.
Yeah,
I was a do boy.
You know what I'm saying?
I was a do boy for that contract. I was a do boy.
That's what he need. He need a fall guy.
Yeah.
To do that. That's the
Carter.
gift. He's a fall guy, not an alarm clock. He got an alarm clock.
He trying to make CeeDee his fall guy. We don't need CeeDee being your fall guy.
CeeDee ain't the fall guy.
What if it's this? What if it's this?
A bedtime? Who has a bedtime? I don't have a bedtime.
What if he just needs to get to sleep on time and he's just staying up too late?
I don't think that's happening. I don't think George is
a young guy, man. Come on,
who sleeps much. But I think a good old alarm clock, man, would do the trick.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And this is all due respect, George. We love you. And happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that you maximize this talent.
I'm just trying to win the Super Bowl. You know, the Cowboys they think that they've just begun to realize what he's capable of. What if he gets 8 hours?
Do you know how many curfews we missed in LA next year?
I won't miss one.
At the Super Bowl,
I won't
George
miss
is hanging out all week.
I made our curfew every night in Indy.
That's a lie.
Except one time.
That's a lie.
There was the one.
That's a lie.
But that wasn't my fault. We were running that pool table, you know.
Oh yeah. We did run that.
Hey, y'all run that pool. Did y'all let John play?
No, we didn't.
Y'all didn't let John play y'all reindeer games.
I mean, we can ask the chat.
They would have lost. That's why they didn't let me play.
Yeah, we knew.
We can ask the chat. If you
knew we were up against.
Go to an establishment where there's weird, real drunk people playing pool, and you got to put your coins on the table to get in line, and then you're playing 2-on-2, and you win the first game, and it was us. And then you win, and you win, and you win, and you win, and then Jeff puts the 8 ball in the wrong pocket on the 6th game, and then we went home. You can't sub.
No, you can't sub.
It was our table.
You can rotate.
You can't rotate.
we're not.
What about a team that you can let him play one? He couldn't even shoot one shot.
That's not how it works.
You let your girl do it. Your girlfriend comes. She's like, "Can I shoot one shot?"
Absolutely
not if we're competing.
Not in a team game.
I'm glad that was a good story from that bar that night. What happened the other night at the bar?
All right, man.
What happened the other night at the bar?
Nice lady said that you look like you take care of yourself.
Which is crazy.
And looked dead in Jesse's eye and said, "You look older than him." Talking about Clarence. That's what happened.
If you know what, it wasn't that. Well, I'm gonna tell you what hurt my feelings. It wasn't even that she said I look older than Clarence.
You didn't like that she said he took care of himself.
That's the part that took me out. That's the part that fully took me out.
It fully took you out
because you think he's ashy and he drinks too much. And he stays up too late.
You want us to keep going?
That's all I got.
Listen.
The man for breakfast had a Mountain Dew.
Keep living.
Literally, the man just had a Mountain Dew, 2 bags of Dorito Ranch, chocolate chip cookies for breakfast.
Looking good, too.
Keep living. Keep on sucking air.
It's over. Keep on sucking air. Does everything opposite of what you're supposed to do.
You hope you reach.
He ain't going to the doctor.
You hope you reach this.
He ain't working out.
You hope you look this good when you get this age. Keep on living.
I don't. If that's
he already trying to dim my light. Let my light shine.
I'm just saying.
Let my light shine.
It wasn't the looks that took me out. It was the fact that she said, "No, he looks like he takes care of himself." She was an impartial observer, man. You can't hate the woman for her opinion. No, I didn't care that she said I looked older. That part we know is false.
She got an opinion.
That part, yeah, that's fine.
Everybody got an opinion,
and they could be wrong.
It's like you got an opinion. You've been trying. I've been all my life. You want to come? I mean, listen.
You pop up.
See what I'm saying?
You are pop bro. Is this my song now? Is this my song?
Yes,
And Clarence's is do the Mr. Take Care of Himself.
Yeah.
That's the song we got now.
I'm an old guy.
All right, hit that like button. If we don't get over 100, we all get fired. We appreciate you guys being here with us. Coming up next on the DLLS
Wednesday.
Cowboys podcast. It's a whiteboard Wednesday, of course.
Kay's mom was on it too. Happy white. Kay's mom, you went too far. Kay's mom, we can't do that.
It is true. The blackboard matters.
It does.
The Etch-a-Sketch matters.
All
boards matters. We get on the blackboard. Black niggas on the blackboard all the time.
Right.
I got you, Kay's mama. Welcome.
What's your mama look like?
I think it's racist. They call that a chalkboard, like it can't be a whiteboard, like it can't be a blackboard.
It should be a blackboard.
Mock draft roundup. We're having ourselves a time. Dane Brugler got a new one out. Lance Zierlein. Let's see if they're idiots. It's next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
Get a clock.
Get yourself an alarm clock to remind yourself to sign up and join the Supporters Club, which is a long-standing tradition in the DLLS market, as you can see by the words since 2025. And now in 2026, you're still almost early to the party, a little late, but you're fine. You're right on time is what you are.
You're George Pickens.
Yeah, you're on time for the stuff that matters. You're here for the show.
Curfew for what?
But now, step your game up a little bit. Get that official Supporters Club badge in the chat. Don't be like the weird guy who's just trolling, posting stupid stuff and getting timed out by John. A little fake Captain Thunder action. You know, be a real person. Be identified as a real person with your official Supporters Club badge. And then we'll let you troll a little bit more without blocking you, I bet.
Absolutely.
You got that badge on there? You get a longer leash.
Longer leash.
You get one. We'll give you a one as far as Mo gets some days. You guys know Mo gets a little out of control sometimes.
Mo gets he's emotional.
Yeah.
He gets
It just
emotional.
depends on the day he's having, I
Yeah.
think. Depends on the headspace. But, yeah, you get your nice little badge in there. And then
Melon and Monday.
you get access to the exclusive emojis that you can drop in the chat, and you get some exclusive content that nobody else gets to see.
There's a pop emoji. Clearly now,
Your emoji.
my emoji.
The Jesse
Change the
emoji.
colors on that.
We need a new nickname for Clarence. Mr. Take Care.
Take care of yourself.
Mr. Take Care.
Mountain Dew, Hot Boy,
What's mama
chill.
look like?
So sign up for the Supporters Club, and also remember
Shout
to
out
sign
to Kate's
up.
mom. She just became a member.
Kay's
Hey, let's go.
Let's go, Kay's mama.
And don't
We like mamas.
tell.
We like mamas. Do we not like? Is that gonna be a drop now? Do we not like mamas?
What do you think?
Also sign up to be a diehard, or else not a threat.
Everybody got a mama.
It's the DLS Cowboys podcast. Let me go get my mock drafts pulled up. You guys know somebody
Ralph.
in the chat said do a mock draft. Just make sure you're subscribed to my little bitty personal YouTube page. I'll bust a bunch of those out. I'll do a bunch of those during the evenings at the house.
Bojangles hit different when you're 40.
When I'm trying. What is that chicken joint? I don't want to do free advertisement, but I saw they got 3 different dry rubs now. Zaxby's. It was Zaxby's.
Sir.
What?
They got 3 different dry rubs.
Sir.
That's what I like on my chicken. I don't like wet chicken. I don't like wet wings.
I'm a dry rub.
I like the dry rub.
Yeah.
They didn't have a Cajun one, but they had like a hot Nashville hot. And they had like a garlic parmesan and a lemon pepper. That's some free advertisement for you, Zaxby's. Now give us some money.
All right. A little bit of a controversy.
Williams chicken.
A little bit of a controversy.
Williams
Henderson's chicken.
I love Williams.
Hall's chicken.
I like Mike's.
Because
I like Popeyes.
Mike's.
You never been to Mike's Chicken?
No.
Oh.
Remember you brought that chicken a couple weeks ago? No, what's that game? We were watching a game during the season.
Yeah. Where'd I bring it from?
I think I was fasting. It was a Louisiana fried
Oh,
chicken.
I ordered one from around here. Yeah, it was like Louisiana.
It looks so good. I was
fried
fasting. I
chicken,
was like,
something like that.
skin looked perfect. But let's hot take.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Lemon pepper. Overrated.
Agreed.
What?
I agree.
Overrated.
What?
Lemon pepper
The state
is
of Georgia is
overrated.
going to make lemon pepper the official wing of the state of Georgia. This legislature's doing that.
Yeah, well, good luck
To lemon pepper Lou. You know what they're doing that?
Good luck to the Atlanta Hawks and their
Magic City
game
Monday.
night.
Yeah.
They got lemon pepper wings, baby. Lemon pepper Lou.
No, Cajun wings are the best. Cajun's the best. You just need a little flavor, a little kick. That's all you need. Dane Brugler's mock draft. Dane's my buddy. We used to work on the draft show together for a while on my little bitty YouTube channel. We had a show called Plug and Play.
Okay.
We did a draft show on there for a while. Yeah, little bitty. A little bigger than DLLS, but still a little bitty.
Okay.
Wow.
Not for long.
Brandon.
Shut up the company.
Not for long, though.
Shut up the company.
Little bigger.
I'll be hosting tomorrow.
A little bigger than
when
DLLS.
Brandon sees that.
I think it's 43.8 to 40.7 or something like that. So Dane's mock draft, Fernando Mendoza goes number 1 to the Raiders, of course, and then you work your way down the board. Arvell Reese out of Ohio State to the Jets. Francis Maui Noah, the offensive tackle at Miami, to the Cardinals. Jeremiah Love to the Tennessee Titans. He ran fast at the combine. Sonny Styles.
That Giants defense is getting nasty.
Boy.
So Sonny's going to be in the East, huh?
Yeah, one way or
I've seen him
another.
at 7.
One way or
I've
another.
seen him at 5.
One way or another.
If he doesn't go to one of them, he better go 12.
Yeah. Let me say this, though. For all of those that talk about competing, yes, we knew that Sonny Styles was going to do well.
That's why he competed.
But here's the thing.
He knew what he was
A
about
lot
to
of draft people had Sonny Styles right last week, 15.
Some people did.
You had him at 15. Like, we were like, wait a second. Sonny Styles going to make it to the Cowboys? Because if he's at 15, if he's available at 15,
We got him.
we got him.
We got him.
All of a sudden, to your point, you always say, hey, don't count it twice. But when you go out there and you perform, when you go out there and you compete, and you put the number that he puts up, now everybody's like, oh, he top 5. He went from being 10 to 15, top 5.
I had that same opinion 2 days ago. I did.
Open that hand up for me.
Wait,
Wait.
I had the same opinion.
Watch this.
Jeff, did I have the same
I
opinion?
don't know.
Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember that opinion?
I don't remember
John,
any.
do you remember that opinion?
Yes.
No idea what you're talking about.
Thank you. Chat, do you remember him saying this 2 days ago?
Y'all dirty.
Do you remember him saying this 2 days ago?
Like they did Jeff McCrockett last night.
You just slide that right on in there. You look at that political right on
Keep
in
the
there.
polls open, baby. Let's keep the polls open.
Shout out to Magic City. Keep the polls open.
Sounds like a great catchphrase.
Sounds like a great phrase for Magic
Keep
City.
the polls open.
Cleveland Browns, Spencer
Diggs
Fano
out.
at number 6, Utah's right tackle. Could be a tackle or a guard in the NFL. Washington Commanders, David Bailey.
Put that list back up, John, please.
Texas
Thank you.
Tech pass rusher. That's David Bailey at 7. At number 8, Reuben Bain.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm sorry. At number 8 is, am I on the wrong damn one?
No, he don't
Nah,
have
he don't have
eight.
it up there.
He don't have
I
11
was
on
putting
there.
it back up because I realized I had a typo on there.
Oh.
So that's why I was.
Hold on, let's find the
Neglected
typo.
to do it.
What's the typo?
I believe it's the Bane one.
The fact that you don't have 8 on there? 8
No,
is.
I skipped that on purpose.
Oh, okay.
Trying to
Carnell
the players relevant to the Cowboys here.
Tate could be
We
relevant.
don't
If we,
care where Jeremiah Love went.
what if we trade George Pickens? I love that people are fighting about Carnell Tate's 40 time. There's nothing to fight about. Adam Schefter reported what scouts and people told him because probably the agent was like, hey, he's faster now. You can ask around. And so he asked around. And they're like, yeah, that's what we got him out on our hand timer. This has been studied for 20 years. Pro day to combine. Take off 0.08. They're going to run 0.08 faster, give or take. Because
Right.
that's the difference between hand time and laser. So now he's like, look, this is what the scouts told me. And I'm like, yes. And if you asked a scout what anyone else ran, they'd give you 0.08 faster.
Right.
BAC and the difference. 0.08 is both drunk and the difference between handheld and laser.
And the fact that you died on his heel for him and not anybody else, because as you said, you could do the same for every player.
Yeah, it's an agent hit.
That's why it's an agent hit. Okay,
Yes.
why you died on the heel for him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it for everybody else too. So yes, Carnell Tate was that much faster, and so was everyone else. Reuben Bain at number 9 to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Reuben Bain and
Chris Jones.
Chris Jones.
Some dogs. Karloftis still.
Karloftis is still there.
That'd be a tough
And
line.
you got, what's the
They don't have
linebacker
no,
name?
they don't have no secondary.
Nick Bolton.
Nick Bolton.
I don't know secondary.
Well, you
Traded
know
away the
secondary.
Yeah, they don't.
With that, Bain,
Yeah.
Bolton, Karloftis, and Chris Jones getting to the quarterback, ain't gonna be much time to throw that football.
Caleb Downs shatters our dreams in Dane's mock draft by going number 10 to the Cincinnati Bengals. He doesn't want to do that. He needs to say that knee's really clicking, popping on him, and see if he can dodge that one. Monroe Freeling, offensive tackle out of Georgia, their left tackle to the Miami Dolphins at 11, which drops Mansour Delane into the Cowboys' lap. The first corner off the board. And I'm here for that pick. Just want to let that be known. I'll give that pick an A. That is CB1. He's healthy, unlike Jermod McCoy at Tennessee, who could be cornerback number 1. He's healthy.
Let me ask you this question:
Yeah.
when McCoy, you about to say something?
I wasn't gonna let you go.
Oh, when McCoy works out at his pro day, if he lights up the scoreboard,
He will.
does that now change your opinion again?
Maybe.
Would you go?
Maybe.
All right, I've seen McCoy work, and the numbers are there. The short shuttles, the change of directions, the fluidity.
And he's bigger.
So with that, so in a couple of weeks when he works at his pro day and he performs, that changes your opinion.
Probably.
Okay.
I think his tape from 2 years ago is better than anyone's tape this year.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think he could be cornerback number 1 if he makes teams feel good about his knee. I think it's very possible.
John, can you put the thing up one more time, please? Got a question for
What
you.
up?
The thing.
The board, what you just had up, sir. I'm
The
sorry.
mock draft.
So 20. Where the Cowboys picking at?
Keldrick Falk.
20.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
What were you trying to do?
Okay, do you move up a Messidor? Do you? I mean, I know
don't
we all
think
talking about
so.
trading down.
I don't think
Did we
so.
move up for Messidor? Did we move up? For one of those guys that are.
I don't think
Thin
so.
I don't know if we want Falk, right?
I would be fine with Keldrick Falk at 20. I'd be fine with that. Because he's a guy that could play NFL football tomorrow and he's not going to hurt you.
He's going to
and
play.
there is the potential that what he turns into is something really good.
But he will play the Osa spot, right? That 5 technique.
I think most likely. I don't think you stand him up.
Right.
So, yeah, I
He'll
think
play the Osa spot.
he'd be a down guy.
And you're already paying Osa $20 million to do that.
Falk fits that job better.
I agree. But then.
If you get to that point,
there's a lot of D tackle snaps to be played. Osa will play plenty.
but if you get to that point, what you really hope for, like after you get your cornerback, if you're going with this, you get to 20, you're hoping around 18 that someone wants to jump in the 20 spot for him.
Yeah.
Right.
And then now you can maybe move back a couple of spots and find another player that you can get, but maybe you pick up a later,
Right.
I don't know if you can get a 3rd round there, but maybe you can get a 4th round there and add some later picks into that one. That's what you hope at 20.
Yeah.
Like if the board falls that way, and you're talking about Folk being the pick at 20, you hope that there's someone who wants him bad enough on their team that they say, hey, we're going to give you a 4th and move
Was
up.
the Aggie defensive end gone by then?
Cassius Howell?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Let me see if Dane even has him in the first round. He may not have had him. He didn't have him in the first round.
Okay.
No.
So
He had him
then
falling
I'm
out.
trying to move back.
He got the tiny arms, and he didn't really test off the charts. He just tested pretty good. So, yeah, you got Keldrick Falk at 20. You got Jermod McCoy at 22. Could you double dip? Could you double dip at corner? I don't think
And
they
again,
would.
If you double dip at corner, somebody got to go.
If you double dip a corner and we have not identified a slot, do we have a problem?
I think Mansour Delane would be your slot if you double dipped.
Okay.
Unless your double dip went a different way. He has Avion Terrell going at 13. I would love Avion Terrell at 20. And then you're going back to kind of the Jordan Lewis mold. You're not getting what Christian Parker's talking about, like some weight and some size out there. You're getting 5'11", 190, but plays the same, plays like a dog. I believe he's the Clemson record holder in forced fumbles.
Right.
And he's a corner.
Real quick, can you put that up one more time, please? So the Rams are not taking Terrell at 13 on this because they just drafted, right?
Oh, they just go with the Duffy
They
trade?
just got McDuffie. I had to see the rest of
But
their
they
team.
traded the 29 from McDuffie, right? Not the 13.
Right, correct.
Right.
But still, you think that they still probably wouldn't be taking a corner at 13 at that point, right?
Probably not. I don't know that for sure.
I mean, that
I have
would
to look at their
shore
team.
up your corner spots, right? You have McDuffie on one side, and you have Avion Terrell on the other.
And then you got Lance Zierlein's mock as well, which came out, I believe that one was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And so David Bailey 2, Arvell Reese, Mansour Delane at 4 in this one, Jermod McCoy at 5 in this one.
Wow.
So this one's going to look a lot different. Bain 7, Downs 9, Styles got within 2 picks of you. And he goes Keldrick Falk at 12. That I don't love that, but depending on what happens in front of you, honestly, I would take Avion Terrell over Keldrick Falk at 12. And then at 20, he has them trade out of 20 and give away the opportunity to take a guy who the Cowboys might view as an option for their nickel spot. Emmanuel McNeil-Warren is a 6'3"
From Toledo.
corner/safety,
Right.
physical, can also cover a deep half. And he has him move back 5 spots, pick up a pick, and take Colton Hood, the Tennessee corner, who I also really like. Colton Hood at 20, I'm good. Avion Terrell at 20, I'm good. Mansour Delane at 12, I'm good. Those are my corners for the moment, basically. And then Jermod McCoy puts himself into that mix once Tennessee has a pro day, and he shows me that he does have 2 legs.
This is White Boy Wednesday. What about Thiemann?
Board.
Thiemann at 20.
Thieneman at 20, I'm fine with. I think that's fine. I think Thieneman I can pencil in as one of my 2 starting safeties for the next 5 years. And he'll be, at worst, adequate, and at best, good. He's a nice player. I like him. He's not for me at 12, and I've seen some people start trying to go that far after his
4-3
combine
got
workout.
people, 4-3.
I think he's good. I think he's a really good prospect. I think he's going to be a deep half safety that can play down. But yeah, I'd take him at 20. I got no problem with that.
Only
depending
white
on who's
boy we
available.
acknowledge in the Cowboys secondary is Jeff Heath, the GOAT. Let's go.
All right. Reed Blankenship when he gets here. As soon as Reed gets here.
Jeff, he can't.
I'm just
Can't what?
understand satire. We got to go.
Jeff's a beast.
If he should have knocked that ball out of Aaron
He
Rodgers'
tried
hand,
his best. I don't know how he held on.
this whole thing would be different.
Thanks for stopping by. Remember, you have no idea what anyone's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies. White Boy Wednesday.
We all silly like the mayor.